Hello and welcome to another episode from the Real Talk and Revenue podcast. We have myself, Francesca, the accountant, and we have Jordan, the therapist, and we bring real powerful conversations around building revenue, building confidence, how the mindset works, all different discussions around to help others in business and in their personal life. So listen in, tune in, let us know what you think, ask questions along the way and we'll be sure to answer them. Enjoy.
We'll have a slow day, I've got a few things to pick up and I want to go buy a book and stuff.
Oh no, I bought colouring books. God, I'll tell you about that actually. Remember to mention colouring books, but I want to just do a shout out for your birthday yesterday.
Oh, thank you. 32.
Is that all you are? So young, isn't it? 32.
It is young, but you've only really got, younger years comparably when you're any age.
This is the youngest you'll ever be.
Yeah.
At 32 though, I would have thought I was old. I
don't feel old. I don't think I'm old. I don't think I'm really attaching any kind of value to my age really, apart from oh wow, I'm 32. I just think about, you do, don't you? I feel like the older you get, the more you reflect back, oh no, that feels like it wasn't that long ago, and it was the time you left school, when you did this and that, and just how many things change. It's just, it's weird, isn't it?
What was I doing at 32?
Yeah, what year were you doing?
So what year would it have been 8 years ago? God.
So
we're in 2025.
2 years now from launching Future Cloud.
Yeah.
That's wild, isn't it? Did you know at that point? Was the idea there or not?
The vision was there.
Yeah.
But one of them jokey things that you think, God, if I did it, I'd do it like this.
Yeah.
I wonder what it'd been like. I remember thinking a lot, looking out the window.
Yeah.
I could visualise a team.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because at the time it was a bookkeeping team.
Yeah.
Because I thought they don't do that so well here.
Right.
Because it wasn't, they did have a bookkeeping area, but it wasn't pushed on clients because they just did year end and that's where the most money is. Of course it is. It's, giving them the tax and whatnot. But what's happening is, the shift is getting everything up to date and getting
so
pre-planning. Yeah.
Oh, the peace of mind. That's on my agenda to sort with George's accounting.
Yeah.
They've done it actually.
Yeah, so it's peace of mind.
It is. Just to know beforehand, not getting dropped on you being well, what am I going to do about that then?
Exactly that. And but then back then, I was I was in a different relationship that didn't work out.
Yeah. A
month before my wedding.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
I was doing the clear out the other day. And I saw my old wedding dress. It's not the one that just got married last year.
What, did you still have it?
Still have it, because I only collected it, let's say 3 years ago, for example, because we forgot about it. It was stored in my mum.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and Mum's like, what do you want me to do with it? And I was like, well, give it me, and then I'll try and sell it or whatever. I was going to give it away, but I need to sort that out. And then the memories came flooding back that I'm not the person I was back then.
Yeah.
And how, so when I was due to get married a month later or 3.5 weeks later, I was such a lost soul.
Obviously.
Yeah. I just think, oh my God. I actually went on my hen do.
I remember you saying that.
Do you remember me saying?
Yeah,
so my hen do was the week and a half later, so it was meant to be 2 weeks before the wedding event. I think it was something like that, and it was in Liverpool. Because the girls had put so much effort in, I still thought about everybody else.
Yeah, which is typical you.
Yeah, deep down I really didn't want to do it, and I felt
an
absolute idiot. But what it taught me, and what I'd probably encourage others, is to go for it and have a nice weekend away. But I didn't really sleep.
No.
I didn't really I was distraught. I wasn't around people that I could just be my true self.
Well, that's probably most of the problem, isn't it? I think if that happened to me, I've got, and now, I suppose again it's different time, isn't it? I've got the sort of friends that'd be we'll do whatever you want to do, and I'd be able to say I don't want to do it, or let's do it and let's just do something really funny, or do you know what I mean? Let's just call it something else.
And we did. And
that's it.
They didn't put pressure on. to do anything other.
It's just the way you think, though, isn't it?
Yeah, my heart ached the whole weekend, and it was like everything they'd planned, they did. And I felt like, and they didn't forget me. Well, I felt a little bit forgotten.
Yeah.
I was around so many people, but I felt the most loneliest.
Of course.
So looking back, it's good to reflect actually how far I've come, because I don't do that enough in a positive manner. Obviously,
No, you don't. I'm always having to prompt
me. Well, look what you have achieved.
Yeah, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, is that it?
Oh yeah. Whereas, like, again, 8 years ago,
I had none of this.
If you had 8 years ago, like 32-year-olds all sat in front of you, and you were, oh yeah, this is what we're doing now, she'd be like, what?
Yeah.
That's it. I've made it, and my dreams have come true.
Well, I'd have thought that'd take 20 years.
Yeah, but not only that, you'd be like, that's my whole life sorted. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
32-year-old you would be like, oh wow, like I've achieved.
What more do I need?
Yeah. Whereas now you's like.
And a lot of women are like this. So what's happened is, with the work of the team, I've got the business into such a positive position for future growth. Okay, so that takes a long time. I'm very impatient, but we're getting there with stuff.
Really?
Yeah, really. Hello, what's going on? Impatient. What am I going to say? So what I've noticed. So now I'm 40. I hate saying that. In the last year, so what I have had a lot of stress on, so we've got to be careful it's not stress. And
Yeah.
But my hormones, and I don't know if anyone's listened to this that can relate, but there's some differences to changes. Let me just explain a couple.
Have the results come back?
Yeah, they're all fine.
Yeah.
So I had blood tests. So I've had a private blood test, but I had it with the doctors as well.
Yeah.
The doctors didn't check my hormones.
It's an absolute
Can't believe
piss
it.
take.
I can't actually believe
It's so negligent.
eyes.
You know, like, especially when you're at, like, you're 40. Like,
She dismissed it.
oh, yeah, but why?
It's stress. She asked me about my lifestyle.
That makes me so angry, though.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
You can't make assumptions like that, especially when, like, we go through so many hormonal shifts as women.
Exactly that.
It makes me so angry.
Well, I had
So passionate about women's health, everyone.
Yeah, this is it, and I think we need to talk more about it.
We do.
I feel really vulnerable talking about my test results, but I think, no, I'm going to do it right. So last year I had private bloods at Code Fitness. They get the van in, eval. Ever so good. So July, all I remember that was heightened was my testosterone.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't take anything, but people might assume I do for the fitness. I do. No, I definitely don't. And it did worry me. I did all my research at the time.
Yeah.
But then I thought, I'll be all right. Carried on a year later.
Did he not interpret it for you?
He did.
Right.
He just asked, do I take any tests, as he called it, and I've got the notes. Nothing alarming.
Yeah.
Because this is not my first bloods.
Yeah.
Previous, they weren't high.
Right.
So I know something's different.
Yeah, of course.
And that's the start. So July I had that.
Yeah.
Then September I had vertigo, really bad, and I rushed to hospital.
Yeah.
That
went
lasted
on for quite a while.
Yeah, I think around 4 months, 5 months of feeling wobbly now and again.
Yeah.
But just me crack on as I do.
You were really anxious at that time too, naturally, weren't you? Because it's scary, like feeling unbalanced all the time, isn't it? It's like being on a boat.
It was awful.
Yeah.
And then this year, I noticed my skin's gone really dry on my legs. I'm very itchy.
Yeah.
Which is annoyingly itchy.
Yeah.
But that I had eczema as a kid, so I thought, well, maybe it's a bit of that.
Yeah, it's so easy to just like dismiss it with some kind of random vague solution, like explanation, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I definitely think I'm more erratic in my thinking. But at bedtime as well, the odd time I'm having like a mild going to sleep, and then it's like, wake up. I'm like, what? So sleep disturbances is another, if that's the term for that. So and then yesterday I had blind spots in my one eye.
Oh no.
I went a bit funny and I said, Bella, I can't see you properly. And she was like, well, just be all right, blink your eyes. So I was blinking my eyes, I was thinking, ugh. Then all the ziggly lines on one eye.
Oh no.
I had to lie and shut my eyes. No headache, but I took 2 ibuprofen just in case.
Yeah.
And it's an aura migraine, a silent migraine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just bring Roxanne up again. Sorry, Roxanne.
Go on, Roxanne, shout out.
She used to have silent migraines and she couldn't see at all. And it was
Oh no.
Yeah, she went to the doctors, and that was again due to like the pill she was taking at the time, I think. So again, like hormones, and so she could only have certain types of. I think she could only have like progesterone only.
Yeah, I know, like a mini pill.
Yeah, and then I think it turned out she was like sensitive to that as well. So yeah, but I remember at the time, this was years ago now, and she was having episodes where she couldn't see at all. How scary is that?
That is,
and again,
well, I
all
thought
down
mine
to
was scary.
hormones, like for her. I don't know if you've had that confirmed, but do you know what I mean? It's wild, isn't it?
That is wild. And I
Sorry,
feel
Roxanne.
no, and she
I know
won't
she'll be
mind.
all right with it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild time. I don't know. I am doing all the right things, so I've slowed down my training. I'm contemplating on coming out of High Rocks and doing my 10k in Sheffield in September.
Yeah.
And even if I don't do these things, I can go and support.
Absolutely.
I need to look at the positives.
Also, you said you had recent results back,
Yep.
and there were hormone imbalances. Was that the same as before, or?
No, so this is weird. Both of the tests that I've had this time didn't check for testosterone.
Oh, for God's sake!
And I thought, but for the private ones, I suppose maybe I didn't make it clear that was an issue. I assumed that's what they'll do this time because my private bloods last year did all that without me even having to say.
Yeah.
So this time she was like, well, we haven't done it this time, but we can add it on. But she showed me last results. I was like, yeah, okay. So I've done that. And to be fair, I didn't say, my testosterone was high until after I had them done.
But I guess you'd expect it because your last private one did the full lot.
Yeah, I just assumed that's how it works with these private bookings. It's a different business, a different company.
So basically, just everything came back fine.
Everything came back fine, but she's writing me a report, so I'm having a chat with her later, and she said there are things we can do to tweak. Right, so she hasn't given me the full result. She's just told me my iron levels were fine.
Right, okay.
So there is more to come, and I can update you.
Yeah.
Next week when she's done my report later, and I'm changing my nutrition.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard in business when you have to put your face on, and then you notice that you're not quite yourself anymore. It's not. I don't know. I don't like it.
I think it's hard because that sort of narrative is what we've lived by, because we're just expected to show up really in the same way that men do. And we're different.
But I want to prove that we can.
Yeah, but we can do it in a way that also honours what's happening for us. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're talking about it here, and it's okay to talk about it in business. Like, there are so many, like, female leaders and entrepreneurs out there, but we feel like we need to follow, like, a male blueprint, and that's not the case.
I know, but
I think that keeps us small sometimes as well.
It does. Oh no, best not jump into that extra role because of my hormones.
Not that. No, I mean, like, not being able to share it or to work in a way that works for us keeps us small sometimes.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? So, for example, if you have a woman that's hormonal, had a child, men won't typically, as a director, let's say in a company, an old traditional firm, I'm going to give you the same opportunities without saying.
I know, but that's discrimination, isn't it? And that's what needs to change.
It's silent discrimination.
Well, it is. It's like underhanded discrimination because there's always a cover-up for it because that is essentially illegal, isn't it? Like, there's legislation against that or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, but it's definitely the case because why are women keeping themselves small?
And also, if you look at menopause as well and the impact that has on women, the statistics are wild. And again, like, typical me, like, I can't remember the exact statistic, but it's really high. I want to say it's like 40% or more of women after menopause end up having to drop to part-time work. Not because they can't do the role, but because they're not supported in the workplace to stay full-time.
So what does support look like? Because I feel like Future Cloud is supportive.
Yeah.
But there's a balance here. So, for example...
There's business need, but like I feel like sometimes that's bullshit, isn't it? It's like things can be done to help.
It can be done, but it works both ways. So if you're a culture where you can be open about your private things, which I'm sharing,
that starts in the workplace, doesn't it?
Starts with the leader.
Like, if you know you turn up and you say something, you're immediately going to be like, just like dismissed or thrown aside, or not, like you say, not purposely given opportunities. You're not going to be able to be open, are you? Whereas if you work in a company where it's like, open and honest, like yours, you're more like to turn up and be like,
I've got
oh,
this.
I've got brain fog.
But I've got this still.
Yeah.
I'm just, so...
Yeah, I just need, kind of work a bit more flexibly. I've found that I'm better at this time. Like, again, like private health being included and stuff like that. I'm going to go and get, my hormones checked out. And, you know, it's just...
It's so hard, though.
Bloody hard.
Because I feel sorry for a lot of employers. I really do. Like, I feel bad. You know, when I'm thinking, oh, why are they not giving me this opportunity and this opportunity? You know, back when I was an employee.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got to help yourself. It's like... There's a balance here. So my advice isn't all your employer's fault, but do look at the culture you're in.
100%,
and obviously you can't change a whole culture, but you can do something about it. Find the right culture for start. Like, so it's really difficult because I can't possibly give all the things. Well, I think what employees do want is flexibility.
100%.
And a good salary package that suits their lifestyle. But I also think what employees want is to feel like they're running their own little business. So they've got that feeling of like freedom within.
Well, I think it's just autonomy.
Yeah, that.
Like
not
being trusted and valued, not like micromanaged. Yeah, like, well, this is how it is, but no reasoning behind it. Like when you're an employee, I think you know, like the structure's set up, and sometimes, you know, you're going to be a part of that. You can feed back and say like, oh, how come we're not doing it this way?
Yeah.
And you might just get an explanation like, do you know what we've thought about it? But this is the reason we're not, because this, and you're like, oh, right, okay then.
Yeah, definitely.
Rather than like, because we don't. Like, we don't do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
tough.
Yeah.
You have that role, you're having it.
Yeah.
Rather than, is there another role we can give you at the minute?
Play to the strengths.
I'm a true believer in the right environment.
100%.
Women can really go far, and men. There are men that act the act because the pressure's there to be the man,
for sure.
be the big earner. And actually, the shifts are coming where women are going to be big earners,
absolutely,
and men either on par or they're going to be like, I don't know, the stay-at-home dad potentially. Who knows? Why is it all on men? But then there are a lot of things I like in a man's role in the world. Do you know that?
Yeah.
What's the term where they open doors for you? Chivalry.
Chivalry, is that
it?
Yeah.
You don't hear that term very often, do you?
Not really. There's this saying, isn't there? Chivalry's dead or something.
Yeah.
It's a strange word, and it's a hard one to navigate, because I think as well, like, the challenges for some men now is they don't really know what's acceptable and what's not, because some people get annoyed when the door's opened for them, or, you know, like, I know, that's it. So,
what?
Yeah, or...
Open every door for me.
Yeah, because some people feel like disempowered, you know what I mean?
True, it's interesting.
So it just depends. It's a really, I think it's a hard landscape to navigate.
I feel amazing when someone opens the door for me.
I'll just say that.
Not Steve, obviously not just any random, but it's nice when the random doors.
Obviously, I'm really small, aren't I? And the other day I was in Morrison's, and I wanted this particular sandwich, and it was on the top shelf, but like it was the last one, so it was really far back.
Doing that for ages.
No, I didn't. I thought, because sometimes I'd like stand on the thing and just like
climb yourself up.
But there were a few people behind me, and there was this man that was like quite tall, so I just turned around and went, "Would you mind grabbing that sandwich for me, please?" And he was like, "Yeah, no problem." Gave me it and off I trotted. Do you know what I mean? Like, and some women like wouldn't do that, or some people generally wouldn't do that, and it might be out of like a values thing, or it might just be out of an embarrassment thing.
Right.
But then equally, if there was like if you were there, I'd be like, "Fran, can you grab me that sandwich?" Just so happened that someone was taller than me.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
It's interesting because we can only go off how we are as individuals. And what I do wrong sometimes is assume that everyone else would reach for that sandwich because I would, or everyone else would ask for support because I would.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't ask for help.
No. There are so many people that think completely differently.
No.
Sometimes that's where friction and tension comes from, because you can't comprehend, because you're that set in your own like beliefs and ways of operating.
Yeah.
You can't comprehend where people are coming from.
Yeah.
That's where understanding comes in. Do you know what I mean? And like curiosity.
I love a curiosity.
Yeah.
I love my curiosity.
Yeah.
But and same with men. They probably, if there were stats about it, assume that men ask less for help than a woman would.
Yeah, probably.
Muddle through.
Probably, yeah.
A lot of things wrong.
There are different... We talk a lot, don't we, on this podcast naturally, because both women, about like societal expectations and pressures on women,
Yeah.
and the blockers and things like that. And generally speaking, we are still at a disadvantage to men, like in the business world, aren't we? I think, you know, there's stats, isn't there, on like directors and CEOs that are women, and in like the, what is it? Is it the FTSE 100's America, isn't it? What's our equivalent?
No.
What's it called?
What do you mean?
I always forget. It's like the top.
She's looking.
The top. Let me have a look.
It's going to be something really obvious. What you're going on about? I've got brain fog. That's
it's like in the finance world. 100 companies.
Yeah.
It's like
nothing.
Yeah.
Especially America. Well, people talk about FTSE 100 more than what you're trying to find, I think.
Yeah, GB 100. It's just said. I don't know if that's right.
No. What I was going to say about women. So same with owning accountancy firms. I don't see many having millions of turnover.
Well, it says here, this is AI on Google, everyone, but in the FTSE 100, female representation on boards. Yeah. Okay, that's not directors, is it?
Yeah, it can be.
Oh, yeah, 43.4%, with women holding 1,275 directorships. This marks a significant increase, with many companies meeting the women leaders review targets of having at least 40% female representation on board.
Yeah, they are changing that.
While overall representation is up, the number of women in executive director roles remains lower, with a recent decline in the FTSE 250. So the top 250 companies.
Yeah, because I'm going to be doing a webinar very soon in September about getting more women to do their accountancy.
The gender pay gap still persists
Massive.
in that, which is really fucking annoying, everyone.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, sorry about that. A little side quest there.
I know, and there's going to be a big shift in the whole accounting industry with, I think, with how you are trained as an accountant to what employees want rather than doing the traditional methods of going, doing the chartered.
Yeah.
I think because of AI,
yeah,
tech.
You said that before.
Yeah, I really am a big believer in it. So this webinar I'm doing in September will be very interesting.
Yeah.
Very nerve-wracking. You know what though? I'm doing things like you said 7-8 years ago that I would never have dreamed of doing, and I'd be too scared to. For example, being on boards.
Yeah.
Having a voice in the industry, thought leadership, whatever you want to call it. Owning what I'm doing as a business, and it's very opposite. When we started 6 years ago, I think, God, I had guts to jump on as an accountant that's building something completely different.
Yeah,
and I've not necessarily gone on and done chartered exams.
Yeah.
And knowing that that's okay because I bring the soft skills and the commercial skills that you need to build a brilliant business. It's so interesting, and I think if you're working with a more traditional firm that just do tick box stuff and just tell you tax at your year end, I'd be worried if they're not working with you to do you day by day. But that takes guts as a female, because I know I'm very strong-willed against men as well. Yeah. And I'll give it a good go. Yeah. And I think hopefully that will inspire people that if I can do that. Yeah. Because internally, sometimes I'm screaming, get me out of here. Yeah. I'm scared. But I'll still do it anyway. It's about being brave. Yeah. So, yeah, I just find it's all very interesting. I find all this conversation really interesting, especially with hormones. So I spoke to someone that's early 30s, and she said that she's been feeling a bit hormonal.
But there's so many reasons for disrupted hormones. Do you know what I mean? All of the things we do now, what we eat as women can impact our hormone balance.
Really, bad food, you mean?
Not bad food necessarily, but just certain deficit of certain things in our diet, or not having enough of certain things. I think there's a lot that you can do nutrition wise that can assist in your the balance of hormones, for example PMDD and all sorts of different things.
PMDD, is that
premenstrual dysphoric disorder. It's a clinical disorder, and it's just where you're extremely. It's not around how much of the estrogen and progesterone is in your body at the time. It's the sensitivity your body has to them, which means that it's basically like times 100
that you
of
get
what
symptoms
the average person would get. Yeah, so like mood instability is a massive problem. Cognitive function is a huge issue, like brain fog, poor concentration.
So, okay, for that then.
Yeah.
So someone on Ruby on LinkedIn, she talks about her having PMDD.
Yeah.
She had another episode, and I think it's brilliant that she's sharing this.
Absolutely.
So just say she's very entrepreneurial. She doesn't work as an employee anymore. Don't think. No, she doesn't. But I wonder what it was like in a workplace.
Hard, I imagine.
Yeah, but then how do you explain that to anybody
and
without
it's
it
hard
looking?
at school for teenage girls as well that have got PMDD.
As an employer, and then you have somebody that has that, but they don't tell you.
Yeah.
How do you manage it?
Curiosity, I suppose. Like,
Checking
noticed, that you're not feeling yourself. There seems to be a pattern with it, and your focus isn't there, like
it was, or
at certain times. Like it seems to be a pattern. Like, is everything all right?
Yeah, that's exactly what we do.
Can we support you in any way? Like, if you want to talk about it, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine. You can let us know if there's anything we can do. Like, have you noticed that yourself? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just curious, like having conversations, being open. That's all you can do, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, but yeah, like as women, we're so impacted by hormones, and there are such massive, like hormonal like transitions in our lives. Like we've got puberty, if like pre and postpartum, if you have children, and then menopause. So yeah, as women, we are like, we go through a lot of biological disruption in comparison to our male counterparts. They don't have that in the same way.
Yeah.
There's something around middle age for men, I think, isn't there? I think it's a testosterone decline or something like that. Again, do not claim to know much about that at all, because I don't.
No, exactly that. And I'm really interested. If anyone else has got questions around it, or want to share stories on it, I just find it really interesting. But what I was going to say next week, I could share what my nutritionist said and looking into that.
Definitely.
And we can talk about more of this subject. Especially, we're all going through something. I think as women, it's really difficult. I don't want to be that person that goes on about it.
Yeah.
I don't want it to come across like, poor me, I'm struggling.
No, but I think just having open conversation, being like, this is really hard, this is what I'm trying to do about it, just, problem-solving approach can be really helpful so that other people can try things and...
Exactly that.
And it's going to impact how you show up in every area of your life. So if you're in business or you're, striving in the workplace, it's knowing as well, like, okay, this is a difficult season, I'll still chip away and do my best, but that actually might look a little bit different too.
But you can still achieve your goals and still progress in your career.
Absolutely.
I genuinely believe that, but it's 100%. All about the people around you, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
I hope we've brightened up your day a little bit with that little reality check.
Sometimes we don't know what twists and turns.
We bring a twist and turn. But see you next week.
Bye.